In this video, I'm going to show you how to read the most frequently using variables from Siemens PLC, maybe except the string. About the string, I'm going to prepare another video, how to read a string value from Siemens PLC to Arduino. As you can see, I have created a data block number 1, and I've got 4 Boolean variables. I've got 2 integers, 2 word variables, 2 double integers, and 2 real variables. And I would like you now to prepare the same data block and the same variables. Of course, the names could be different. And when we will prepare this data block, I need to remind you to go to the properties of this data block, and we need to be sure that we have unchecked the optimized block access. Without this, Arduino won't be able to read those values from these variables, because Arduino will not have an access to this data block. So one more time, we need to be sure that this is unchecked. Okay, when you do that, I will remind you one more time to go to the properties of Siemens PLC, go to the protection, and you need to be sure that you have checked this permit access with public communication. Without this, all you will do will be useless, because Arduino will not have an access to this PLC. Okay, when you do that, we can go to our Arduino code. Maybe for now I will just go to my data block and I will just go online. Okay, I can see that I'm connected with my PLC, and everywhere the values are 0. Now I would like you to have a look below the video, and there is a link that you can download this Arduino project. When you open it, you will have a code like that, and this will be the code that is related with reading the variables from PLC. If you have watched my previous video, you should be familiar with those code lines. So this is the MAC address, this is the IP address of Arduino, the IP address of PLC, the gateway, the subnet. And now this is important. This is the number of the data block. This is the variable that tells us what is the number of data block in the PLC that we want to take the values. Okay, in my case, that will be the data block number 1. So that's why this is 1. Okay, this is the buffer. So this is the place when we will storage our data from PLC. This variable will tell this is the number of the bytes that we want to get from the PLC. Okay, and below we've got all those variables that are here in our PLC. So we've got 4 bits, 2 integers, 2 words, 2 double integers, and 2 real. Below we've got a setup. You should be also familiar with that. I don't remember in my previous video did I use the timer interrupt. This is the library related with the timer interrupt, and in the setup function, as you can see, this is the value of the microseconds. So every 1 second, all this code in the log function will be stopped, and we will jump to the function called read PLC. When we go there, we can see that after we will be connected, we can read the values from the PLC. So if we are connected to our PLC, we are creating the variable named a result, and this is the result of our taking data from the PLC. And there is a client that read area. This argument tells us that we are going to read the data from the data block. This is the number of this data block. Of course, I could just write it number 1, that will be the same, but I used my variable here. This is 1, so there will be 1 value, so this will be the data block number 1. We want to start getting the data from the byte number 0. This is the byte number 0, so we are starting from this. How many bytes do we want to get from the PLC? We want to get how many? The size is no. The size should be 26, I suppose. Yes, there should be 26 bytes. Okay, that's fine. And the last argument is where do we want to storage our data that we are getting from the Siemens PLC. We want to storage this in the buffer, and if the result is 0, so everything is fine, we have got the data from PLC in the right way, we can write the values to our variables. So just have a look. Bit number 1 is the variable that I have created here, and this is the Boolean value, so it can have a value 0 or 1, nothing else. And there is a special command in this setTimino library, and it is called s7.bitadd, and this is the buffer. So we want to get this Boolean value from the buffer. Which byte of the buffer? From the byte 0, and which bit of this 0 byte? From the 0. And if you have a look on the other Boolean values, we are using the same byte but the different bits. This will be bit 0, bit 1, bit 2, and the bit number 3. And after that, I'm going just to display those values in our serial monitor. Okay, we are going down, and we can see that we've got an integer values, and the command for the integer is s7.IntegerAdd, and there is a buffer value, and which byte of the buffer? The byte number 2. As you can see, this integer value starts in the byte number 2. Another one starts in the byte number 4. So yes, that's correct. Another integer is in byte number 4. Okay, now we are going to write the word values, and this will be a buffer byte number 6, byte number 8. Then double integers have 4 bytes, and it starts from the byte number 10, but the second double integer will start in the byte number 14. Okay, and the last values are the real values. The command of this is s7.float_add buffer, and after comma you need to point the byte from the buffer, of course, that you want to get this value from. Okay, I'm going to put this code to my Arduino, and we will see how is it working. So every 1 second, there should be a jump to this function, and we should read all those values from here. Okay, so now I'm going to start my Arduino. Okay, it is connected, and I can see that every second I'm reading the values from PLC. Of course, my Arduino is reading those values from PLC, and I'm displaying it on the serial monitor. And just have a look, is it working? For example, I want to change this value for 1. Okay, that one as well. That will be 1. Here is the integer. Let's say we want to change it for -345. That's okay. The second integer will be 12. Okay, there is a word value. We want to have it in the decimal value. Let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And double integer. There will be some big value, for example 80,000. Alright. Here let's just say that this will be minus 80,000. It is also correct. And the real value, well, let's say minus 22.34. And the second value, let's just say minus, or maybe not minus, 12.7. Okay. Okay, and as we can see, is it correct? Yes, it's totally correct. 12.7 minus 22.34, and the rest of the values are also correct. So this is it. Quite nice and easy reading the most frequently using values from Siemens PLC. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful, and see you next time.